Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Real Money, Real Business podcast. I'm Michelle, and today we have Alex on the show, who has just listed a business on the Empire Flippers marketplace. Hey Alex, welcome to the show. How are you today?
Hey Michelle, I'm good. And you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. And I really want to thank you for making the time to come on today. I'm really looking forward to learning more about your business, but before we dive in, let's go over a brief summary of it. So it's an affiliate Amazon Associates and guest post business in the bed and bath niche, created in January of 2020. The average revenue for the business is $21,096 per month, and it makes an average of $20,073 per month in net profit. Included in the sale is a primary domain with all site content and files, 4 additional domains with all site content and files, another domain used as a 301 redirect, social media accounts for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Reddit, Pinterest, and Tumblr, trademarks, an email list with 223 total subscribers, affiliate accounts, additional service accounts, Google My Business account, and freelancer contacts. For everyone listening, you can visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing 59568 to learn more about this business, or you can unlock this listing to start your due diligence if you're interested in purchasing this asset. So Alex, now let's hear from you. What can you tell us about your background in building and running online businesses?
I've been doing SEO since 2013, so it's like almost 9 years. And I have started my career working with a few people for digital marketing companies. And I started doing affiliate marketing in 2017. And in like almost 3 years ago, I realized that mattress industry is pretty lucrative, and I was working a lot, and I realized that sleep is the thing that I need to improve to be more productive. So there were like 2 reasons on why I found this niche and realized that it's a really good opportunity. So I dived right into the industry, and we are pretty much aware of the industry. And considering my SEO experience, we now more focused on building the assets that are stable and long-lasting.
I like that though. So you were looking for solutions to a problem that you had, so you created this business. But what attracted you to the affiliate marketing model?
Affiliate marketing allows me to travel a lot, which honestly is one of the best things I love to do. And also, this model is pretty much flexible, so I can enter almost any niche depending on how easy the industry or how I'm interested in the industry. So it's pretty much flexible, because like if we take a look at many other business models, for example, launching a digital marketing industry, it takes so much time to launch the industry, and you pretty much limit it in terms of what you can do and where you can do it.
That's really interesting. I totally get where you're coming from. I was going to ask you, how does your business primarily make money? What is the main income stream that you have? Is it affiliate partners, or is it Amazon Associates?
Well, when I was starting my affiliate marketing career, I remember like it was 2017 when I switched to being a digital marketer in terms of working for digital marketing company and switching to affiliate marketing model. I remember there was one of the first Amazon affiliate commissions cut. So I realized that, okay, it's probably just the beginning. So we had a couple of websites working with the Amazon Associates. Then was another commission cut in 2020, if I remember correctly. And I realized that it would not be a sustainable business if I were focused on Amazon Associates. This business was built to focus on relationships with mattress manufacturers because it allows you to negotiate commissions, to get samples for review, to negotiate any other terms on how you can work with these manufacturers and increase your commissions or negotiate any other terms that you think can be more lucrative for you. Yeah. And Amazon Associates is just, I don't remember exactly the numbers, but it's around 10% of our earnings. Yeah. Somewhere around that amount.
It shows the power of what you can achieve by diversifying your income revenue. You do guest posts as well for multiple companies in the space.
Well, we published just 3 or 4 guest posts on our website. So we're not pretty much doing guest posting. We were just helping a few other brands in the industry who were looking for an opportunity to communicate, to get a link from the website. And it was just the best option on how we can do. Sometimes we do ABC link exchange or any other deals on how we can negotiate to get a link from a reputable website and give something in return. So that was an opportunity to just add a little bit to earn some more money and reinvest it in acquiring new links. So the website is not kind of doing guest posting. It was just an opportunity to partner with really good websites in the industry.
No, I can definitely see that. And I know that it's minority percentage of your income. And Alex, I was curious why you've decided to sell the website now or your businesses now instead of growing them.
Well, I realized that I found a few really lucrative industries where I want to enter, and we launched a few young websites. So we launched them from scratch, and I realized it's time to reinvest in those projects. So that's just it.
Oh, I totally get that. So, what would you say was your biggest win since starting this business? What was something that worked really well for you in the affiliate marketing space?
Well, considering latest Google updates, including EAT updates and product updates, when I was launching the website, I realized there are a couple of ways on how you can win really competitive industry. And one of them is to communicate with journalists, to be able to gain links from big media. And it was one of the biggest advantages on how we acquired links from Healthline or any other similar website. It was the first one. And the second one was to do real reviews. So in such competitive industry like mattress industry, you can negotiate with manufacturers on how you can do real reviews. And it's just giving people a value in terms of real mattress topper or pillow photos, video reviews, and people trust you more. You increase your conversion rate, and it just allows you to build the business, to do not just build the website. And it works like a system. When you do real reviews, people, especially journalists, trust you more. So it's much easier for you to build links, to negotiate commissions, to get mattresses for review and stuff like that. We had a pretty much interesting situation. Like a few weeks ago, one of the big brands reached out to start a conversation about like how we can work together. And when couple of $1 billion brand reaching out to you to introduce themselves, to find a way on how we can work together, it means that people trust you, people understand what you are doing and why you are doing it, and it helps to win competitive industries.
Yeah, I love that. So what would you say was your biggest setback or challenge?
The main challenge was to do real reviews because I'm not a public person, so it's a little bit harder for me to shoot a video review, and I'm not a native speaker, so it was especially hard for me to shoot the first video. And yeah, after doing like 5 reviews or so, you're getting used to it, but for me, it was the most difficult part.
And if we could turn our focus for a second on the actual sites themselves, where does the majority of your traffic currently come from?
Do you mean the region?
No, I mean, how are people finding your sites? Are they finding it on Google, or are you doing paid advertising?
Well, organic search is our main traffic source. And I would say around 90% of traffic comes from Google because it's our competence. We're doing affiliate marketing and that's what we know how to do it. But I know there are a lot of opportunities on how you can work with retargeting, paid advertising. We were just focused on organic search.
And so have you invested much time in like on-page SEO? We talked a bit about backlinks and how you've done that, which I think is absolutely brilliant. But have you done much SEO work?
Yeah, for sure. We're mainly focused on building the trust. And when you are building a trust website, you need to have your pages to look good in terms of design and formatting. Also, you need to optimize it for Google. So you're honestly doing two things. You're trying to show Google that the website is good, which you are doing with on-page SEO. Also, you need to show your visitors at the website. Just it looks good and it solves the problem. So our on-page was focused on making the Google happy visiting our website and ranking it pretty high, and our visitors to enjoy like the design and find a solution to their problem.
And so do you handle your like SEO and backlink campaigns? Is it you who's handling that, or do you have a team behind you?
Well, we have a couple of people who are working with on-page and link building. These people are helping me with these websites, but they also work with a few other projects. So it's kind of like a team organization when one person can handle more than just a few projects.
Yeah, definitely. I totally understand that. So are you guys doing anything else in terms of marketing for these sites? Are you active on social media?
Well, we're not active on Facebook and Instagram. We have accounts. We publish articles on our accounts once they're published on our website. But we're mainly focused on our website and YouTube channel in order to build trust and to shoot real reviews. And honestly, YouTube is a thing that I would focus more if we talk about social media, because it converts really well considering the amount of views we have. We got pretty much a few sales, and I just like it. And YouTube is the next thing that we will see during the next decade. So yeah, we were focused mainly on YouTube and the website.
Well, I'm actually really glad you brought that up because I was going to ask you, what do you see as the major opportunities for growth for this business?
Well, as I mentioned before, we were mainly focused on organic search. So there are plenty of opportunities on how to increase the revenue. And one of them can be using retargeting. We have an account on AdRoll, but as I said, we just didn't have much time to add another traffic sources to our website. So using retargeting is another opportunity also to find a way on how to monetize email subscribers or on how to monetize articles that don't have referral links. So we have a lot of traffic coming to informative articles that are not monetized. So that could be the second opportunity. The third one is to double down on link building. The website has a pretty good foundation of trusted links that are pointing out to the homepage in order to increase the whole trust of the website. So the buyer can use additional strategy on how to increase rankings of specific pages that are driving more sales. So just focusing more on link building to specific pages. And the fourth one is to continue doing video reviews and to grow the number of subscribers on YouTube channel, which is, as I said, it should be next big thing because people are like mainly switching to YouTube while they are searching for information. So I bet in like 5 years, it will be like at least 2 times bigger as it is now. So yeah, I would focus on YouTube as an additional traffic source.
Yeah, it's interesting that you say that, but I can see that too. Video content, sort of this authentic video content will be a driver in the future. Alex, if we could switch for just a second to how your content is created for your site, what can you tell us about your content creation process? Who's creating the content, for example?
Well, the process is the following. We have copywriters from around the world, and they are covering different topics. And if it's a topic related to health, for example, like best matches for back pain, or how to deal with back pain while you're sleeping. Those type of articles are proofread by medical professionals. We have two of them on board. Those medical professionals are freelancers, so they are reviewing our content and helping us to make content as good as possible in terms of informativeness of the articles and accuracy.
Yeah, I think it's really important to highlight that you have actual medical experts, like freelancers on your team who are looking over what you are publishing.
Well, they do look only the articles that are related in somehow to health. So the person who set tasks to copywriters defines a way on how it will be published. And if the article is just on how to choose a bed frame, for example, or how to choose a mattress, this type of article will not be reviewed by medical professional. So for this type of article, the process is the following. Copywriter gets the tasks on these topics, and then they craft a copy, and it's reviewed by a person who publishes the articles, and that's it. But if it's a topic related to health, then after writing a copy by the copywriter, it gets proofread by medical professional to make sure that everything is accurate in terms of information that is related to health. And sometimes medical professionals are helping us with communication in terms of helping journalists to get the information they are looking for. So we also partner with them on our communication. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. So how often do you add content to your site?
Well, honestly, it depends on a month. Sometimes we double down on content when high season starts, especially like Friday season. So we usually double down on content somewhere in October, November. But on average, we publish like around two articles per week.
Okay, wow, that's pretty good. And how do you come up with your topics and what does your keyword research process look like?
We have a few strategies on how to find really good topics to cover. The first one is to collect all keywords by using Ahrefs. So we just go to Ahrefs keyword research and collect all of the keywords that we can cover. And those keywords should be related to every specific category that we focus on. Yeah, at the beginning, we were focused on mattresses. So we covered a lot of topics on mattresses. Then once the website was starting getting traction, we realized that we need to double down on it. So we were covering more and more topics related to mattresses. Then we added mattress toppers, pillows, bed frames to our as an additional categories. So we added articles on that topics, and we also look at our competitors in order to define the stage, like what type of articles should be covered first. Because when you start a website from scratch, it has almost zero authority. So you need to start with the articles that are not that easy to rank, as for example, best mattress for back pain, which is pretty difficult. So we were starting with topics that are not difficult to rank. Then we were adding more informative articles, like how to choose a mattress, for example, in order to create topical map. So we were less focused on keyword difficulty, like in a few months. So yeah, we usually start with one category and start with keywords that are not that hard to rank.
Well, I'm curious, Alex, because, what you're describing sounds fairly complicated, but I know your workload is not that, you don't work so many hours in a week on these sites. So can you walk us through what a typical week looks like for you when you're running these businesses?
Well, I usually focus on looking at the website in terms of opportunities on how to grow the website, because, as I said, the majority of articles that we can cover just looking at websites, our competitors, and doing some kind of additional keyword research in order to find the topics that we can cover and improve the website in terms of traffic and focus on topics that are pretty much relevant to us and can give us an additional traffic boost. Also, I do communicate with manufacturers or journalists or other bloggers in order to find ways on how we can increase our commissions or to find link opportunities. And sometimes I do check like our spreadsheet where we set tasks to copywriters in order to make sure that everything goes in the right direction. One more thing is that sometimes we do like real reviews and photos, which is the things that we focus more now because we got a few mattresses to review. So that's another part that I usually do. But my main focus is on communications and looking for new opportunities on how to grow the business as it has some kind of foundation when the majority of work is done. So you need to maintain it and use your authority, because if you find a really good keyword to rank, so you can just like write an article, publish on a website, and it will be ranking pretty high in just like 3-4 weeks.
Well, you make it sound so easy. I know you've got a team behind you, Alex. Can you run us through who you have and what they do?
Yeah, we have a couple of copywriters who cover topics that we set them. We have 2 medical professionals who are doing proofreading stuff. Also, we have a person who is setting tasks to copywriters, doing on-page optimization and making sure that the websites are working properly in terms of technical stuff, just like checking whether they're accessible and like how it looks and stuff like that. So we call this person as an SEO person. Also, we have a person who helps me to communicate with people in order to find opportunities. But like SEO person and communication person are working with a few more projects. So they're kind of, we have some system where we get some days or working hours when we work with each other.
And if someone were to take over this business, what do you think would be the biggest challenge that they would face?
I would say there are a couple of challenges, and they depend on how the person knows the industry, because if you enter a competitive industry, you need to know how it works in terms of who is your competitor and why they're beating you, or who is your competitor which you wins over. So the main challenge is to understand the industry and find opportunities to grow it, which I can help the person with because I know the industry pretty much. Yeah, I know the industry and I know how everyone works in the industry. Also, as I said, if the buyer wants to continue doing real reviews, which I would not say is 100% obligatory, because we have a lot of real mattress photos and videos, which is a good foundation to continue running the website. But if the person decides or organization decides to continue doing real reviews, first videos are always challenging in order to find your way on how to present the information. But after 2 videos, based on my experience, it's getting much easier to do, and you get used to the process and you enjoy it more, as I do. Every next mattress which we review takes much less time than the previous ones.
You were speaking about, support and kind of what the next steps would be for a buyer. So would you commit to a non-compete for a buyer?
Yeah.
And how much support are you offering them?
Well, I understand that to take some time to understand the industry and to understand how the websites are working. So I'm happy to negotiate it with the buyer to do as much help as I can in order to make the transition process faster and to make the person happy or the organization happy with the industry and start working with it in terms of competing with other brands and to be able to win faster. So I'm open to negotiate the way on how they want me to help them and how much they want help. But I know the industry standard is like 1 month support with a minimum of 2 or 3 calls. So I would say it's a minimum that I can offer. But if the person buys the website, there is a high chance that we will have some products in review. But it will take some time as to get to the photos and give them to the buyer. So I would say that the minimum is like 1 month support with a couple of calls, but we can negotiate the way on how the buyer wants me to help them.
I love that. That's excellent. And are you open to negotiating something like an earnout or another deal structure?
Well, I open to negotiate the deal structure, but as I said, we can negotiate it by I prefer to do 100% upfront. Like, in my opinion, it depends on the specific person or organization and how they want to transfer the business. My main idea is do not just sell the business. My main idea is to transfer the business to another owner who is really wants to work with the website to improve it. And I really love the website, and it's like my kind of it's my soul. I invested a lot of efforts in order to build a sustainable business. So I'm open to negotiate the way how we transfer the website in terms of deal structure, in terms of my help, in terms of helping them to understand the industry and any other ways that they want us to discuss.
Absolutely. No, I completely understand that. So, Alex, before we wrap up, if you're putting yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why would you say this is a business worth buying?
Well, the first one is the industry is pretty lucrative in terms of commission level and amount of money that the person earns from just one sale. So the products are high ticket and commission level is pretty high considering the competition, and you have an opportunity to negotiate this commission. So there is always a way on how to find manufacturers to partner with or increase your commission rates with existing ones. So there are plenty of opportunities in terms of just negotiating the ways on how you can work. So the business is pretty flexible, which is not have any kind of tight obligations and dependent on just one or two platforms, for example, Amazon Associates or just one or two matches brands. So I would say it's a main advantage over other industries or businesses also, considering that the Google is focused on making content as more informative to the reader as possible, emphasizing their efforts on real reviews and giving the value to the readers, which not a lot of companies are doing in the mattress industry. There are like up to 5 or 6 companies that are doing it. So you have pretty sustainable competitive advantage over others that are not doing it, because we have done a lot of reviews and the buyer gets all our real photos and videos, and the big part of this hard work is done. So the website is pretty sustainable. And the third one is, in order to win in competitive industries, you need to have a lot of links, or you need to have links from big media. So we have a lot of links from big media, which is a really good foundation to continue growing the website. And I would call the website is a medium-sized business, because the industry is huge. As I remember, correct me if I'm wrong, the industry is a 19 or $20 billion per year in the US. I don't remember Canadian market, but US marketing industry is a 19 or $20 billion industry, which is huge industry. So the opportunity to grow the business more is, there are a lot of opportunities to grow the business and to double the income or triple it, which is pretty manageable to do, considering the foundation that we have considering the foundation of quality links that we have.
Well, I think that's a really solid place to leave off. I want to thank you, Alex, for coming on and giving us a little more insight into both yourself and your business. It's been a pleasure. I have learned a lot, and I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to come on.
Thank you for your time. It was really interesting. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. If buyers want to ask me more questions, I'm open to any question. Just let me know.
Absolutely. All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. To learn more and see if this listing has already been sold, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing 59568. If you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. Once you've unlocked this listing, you'll be given everything you need to know about this business. So until next time, enjoy your digital journey.